Never think of me.
All right, folks. This is another example, lick number 12, the back and forth idea, and probably what is Jimmy's greatest solo, in my opinion. This is it, man. I know I said it. I said there's other key moments, but this solo right here, man, if I could do stuff like this, I'd be happy the rest of my life if I could improvise like this. Get a load of this thing. Now, I'm going to try my best because there's a couple of things above my pay grade that I can't seem to get, but I'll break it down. Here we go. All right, here we go. Oh, I told you, folks. I told you I'm stumbling. But I'm trying. This is the toughest. You know, I can't get that tremolo picking. I don't have that. Can't seem to. That last lick there in the last phrase. All right, but anyway, let me try it again. Heck, this is so good. I love playing it. Let me try to get it again. Hold on. All right. I'm stumbling here and there, but let's break this down, man. This is I don't know if you can feel the fire, the flames shooting out of my fingertips. I mean, I can't. I'm trying. I'm trying to. Well, what's that? Trying to weave that spell that's just like out of my reach, you know. I'm burning up here in flames. I don't have the powers yet. But what we're gonna do, we'll break down. I mean, obviously you see the back and forth. You know the. See, so I mean that's the key point that we're emphasizing in this section. The back and forth idea. You know, it just builds tension. And then he releases it by going down low. Okay, so let's get into it. What he starts off, all minor pentatonic, I think he does this. There's a flat 5 in there, right? That's like the blues scale, that flat 5. We'll get to it. All right, here we go. So he starts off with fifth, flat 7 root. Then you got a double stop of flat 7 and minor third, and then he hits the minor third, and he goes back to the root. So it goes. Okay, that's the question. Now he answers. Okay, and that is lick number 1, right? we're coming from, down low here on the 5th, flat 7, root, flat 7, 2 roots. Right, we set up the lick number 1. Minor 3rd, hammer into the 4th, minor 3rd, root, 2 roots, and then you do minor 3rd, root, pull off to the flat 7 to end it. Okay, so it's textbook Jimmy Dawkins all the way. This is him. This is like his favorite position. He digs in right here. These are like, this is his staple moves, you know. He digs right in this position. I've gone over, what? How many videos I got over here? Like 200 already. He's on this position all the time. All right, so it's question and answer. Actually, there's one root there. Now, immediately, now get this, so you got that quick pull off to end that second phrase. And you're on your first finger, the last note, right? Minor 3rd, pull off, root to the flat 7. Now, your 3rd finger's right there to start the 4th to 5th bend without any vibrato. This is the beauty of the blues. Like, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, sometimes you do this, sometimes you do that. The notes are kind of that minor pentatonic, right? But it's the way you're playing it. So here he cuts right in from one phrase. No vibrato. Listen, he's just boom. And I got the amp turned up a little higher. I think it's on like 3. Okay. Usually I'm playing at 1 in my bedroom here, so I don't disturb the neighbors. But this solo's just too cool. I can't leave it at 1 on this one. All right, no vibrato. See the difference? So here's the feel again. Oh, wait, one root, my fault. See that? See that? All right, 2 again. But it sounds cool either way. Now you go. So you release the bend, and now you're on the 4th minor 3rd. 4th minor 3rd, 4th minor 3rd, root, root. And again, you follow up with minor 3rd, root, pull off to flat 7. Jimmy Dawkins, baby, this is his bread and butter. Okay, so now after that, he follows that one up with okay, wait, let's get. Okay, this is the flat 5. Right there. Now we're on the 4 chord. Look. Right here. Oops, I did it. I did a full. Right here. That's the 4th, and we're on the 4 chord now. He plays the flat 5, like 4th bend to the flat 5. It's one fret up. Think of it this way too. If you're like trying to measure it, you're listening to, right? The 2. That's a full. That's a half. See? Think of it. It's bluesier. You know, it's a little more. It's a bluesier sound. This is more like rock, you know. Little bluesy, jazzier, you know. So he plays fourth bent to the flat 5, back to the fourth, minor third root, and end on the flat 7. I think there's 2 roots there. Okay, so here we go. Okay, now he goes. Slide up to the 5th, flat 7, root, flat 7, root, root. First finger bend. All right, remember him? Minor third bend into the 4th with that first finger. Minor third root. That's a Jimmy Dawkins staple. It's full of them. It's all full of them. This whole solo is him all the way. I should say it's all his like best moves, you know. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Okay. Now we do a slide from 4th into the 5th down low. 2 roots, 2 flat 7s. Whoop. Okay, wait. It's 2 and 2. I know that. It's there you go. Now. Okay, slide up to the 5th, flat 7, root, flat 7. Now you do 2 roots and 2 flat 7s. And that's the setup for a back and forth tension lick that's coming up. Okay, so from all the way up to there. Okay, now we start going. Oh, now you speed it up. You get the whole meaning of it. So you go. So with those 2 phrases down low, I mean, you're going, to get the timing, you know, when you listen to the record, I mean, it's, I don't know, you hear the beat, the time, and all that. It's that the back and forth. You end up. Let me just think about it. So when you go, okay, that's okay. Now, that's like the end of that bar, and now you're gonna start over, right? Listen. Okay. I think that's where it ends. I can only just do it, you know. I'm not a great, you know. Some of these guys are great teachers could really explain it to you. But if you that's the key. The key is, you know, on all these things, on all these ideas, and you know, if you that the key to it really is just listening and listening to the record and listening over and over. And after a while, like, think of all those tunes, like the ones that you hear on the radio all the time, you know, the famous guitar solos and stuff, the breaks, you know it, like you air guitar to it, you know where it comes in, you hear the Pink Floyd songs, the AC/DC tunes, the Led Zeppelin solos, you know, all those classic that they're in there, you could hear them in your head, you know, and you could time it. That's because you heard those songs thousands and thousands of times. You know, so it's no different with some of your favorite players. I'm telling you this solo, and I want to know in the live. First of all, the studio version is great too. I mean, I got to go back and listen and figure that one out and say, oh, wait a minute, this one might be better. I don't know. But going over this, man, I'm just going, damn, this one really takes the cake. I think this one's like probably the coolest because it's using all his moves, all the things that I love about Jimmy Dawkins is in this solo. It's like all those little moves that have so much power. I don't know why. I don't know why they have all that energy, right? I mean, like I said, I got to turn the amp up just to get it right because, I mean, you know, to play loud is one thing, but there's something that happens. It's like when you go to a party and, you know, a wedding or something, and like you feel that bass just coming up from the floor, and it gets you to want to, you know, I'm a shy guy. I don't like dancing anyway, but you know what I'm saying? You can't help but moving. You can't help but tap your foot. You know, you put on a Jamerson, you know, any Motown thing, and that bass is booming through some loud system. I don't know how you don't tap your foot to it, right? Same thing with like this solo, man. You put the volume up and you play these lines. It's magical, man. It's something that hits the soul. All right, so anyway, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, but like, you know, I'm emphasizing the timing. The timing is crazy. The timing is like you know, you either know it or you don't. You just listen to these songs, these solos on the radio all the time. You hear them, you know the solos in and out, right? Same thing with some of these blues songs. You get your favorite licks and you just listen and listen to it. Listen to this solo. I wonder why. I wonder why. Over and over, just listen to it. The live version, you'll hear this. And I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy. It's like, I can never get enough of it. Now, the thing that he's setting up, we're talking about the back and forth idea. See, he goes. He's setting up. So he's setting up the down low idea. Root. Minor third. Fourth. Slide into the fifth. And hits the fifth again. Minor third, flat 7, root, flat 7. Almost calling a minor again. It's a flat 7. Okay, so. See that? Okay. Fifth, slide into the fourth, minor third, root, root. That fifth slide into the fourth is like a glist. It's not just. It's. That's the blues, baby. That is the blues. It's not. It's. And you feel it. You feel that stuff. Every note, all the character that you add to these notes. So. Now he follows. So it's root, minor third, fourth sliding up to the fifth. Then you come back to the fourth, minor third, fourth, minor third, root. That again, you gotta listen to it because it's sort of like in between the time. Look. It's really expressive. It's sort of like when you're talking, you're kind of you're in limbo in between the beat, or I don't even understand how to explain it. Sometimes things are like precisely, right. You could nail it down to on the beat, on the upbeat, or like on the end of, there's like this human element that like a machine can't do. That is sort of like you start to play. Drummers know all about this. You hear the language all the time. They're saying like he's playing in front, he's playing behind. Actually, being a bass player a long time ago, the bass player can play a little behind the drummer or a little in front of the drummer or lock right in. And it's like sort of the dynamic of this. In jazz and in blues, you got a lot of that. It's like vocal, it's expression. Let me see if I could do it. So we go like this, right? We go. Okay, now the last. Okay, anyway, that. What I'm trying to say is it's like you've heard before many teachers say sometimes it's impossible to get what's on the written page. It's hard to get with all the writing, all the little symbols and stuff, legato and what are all those terms they use, those Italian words, right? It's virtually impossible, Some of them say that in classical music, sometimes some of these guys, I've heard them talking about, like, who really knows? We might be interpreting it slightly off, not exactly how Mozart wanted it, We don't know because they never had live recordings. They never actually recorded it. So we can't really hear the exact way they wanted it. So anyway, all right, so we're getting into some deep stuff, but this solo deserves it because it's just too cool. So anyway, when we go into that last part down low, we got one more phrase. So he goes. Now he goes. Wait. Wait, how does he do it? Yeah, so let me just see. I think I wrote it out somewhere, but again, off the written page is really like impossible. So, let's see. Let me see if I can remember just by the sound. Okay, wait. That's it. Okay. So wait, let's do it again. Whoop. Oh. So he goes roots, minor third, fourth, slide into fifth, and then he rocks back and forth between the flat seven and the root. Lick number one again, minor third, bent to the fourth, minor third root. 2 roots there. Down on the minor third bend. Now you play down on the minor third again, up on the root, down on the root. And this is the killer for me now. So, so then you go. You got it. I need Joe Bonamassa here. All right, all close, but you bend the fourth to the fifth, and you do the he does. I think he does it right away. Does the tremolo, maybe even slides. But then you do fourth, minor third to the root. So if I don't play this, if I don't tremolo or whatever, if I just played the bend, he just plays fourth, minor third root. But he goes. Somebody that was pretty good, a little sloppy. That's probably the best I could get it tonight. But again, that's something that you got to practice slow. I got to do it. I got to put the time in, I'm not sure how they even do it. I think everybody does it different. Some guys lock their wrist and go from the elbow, right? Like this. Some guys do it with the wrist. I think it's better with the wrist from what I've listened to these guys saying, because it's a more relaxed type of thing. But I don't know. I got to get a feel for it, I got to try to get that technique down. But there you go. That's a killer. That's a killer solo. Chock full of stuff. And if, one of those sayings, if you were trapped on a desert island, like what album would you want and stuff, if it came down to just solos, I take this one. I take this one and just study it and like I've done, and I tell you, you get a lot of mileage out of all those little phrases. That's like some of his staple moves there. So I know this one was the longest out of these back and forth ideas. This is the long one, but it's key to really picking out Jimmy Dawkins' style. So I hope you enjoyed this talk, and we'll see you on the next one. All right.